Hey there, movement athletes. I'm Jesse, and today we'll be talking about the kipping muscle-up on bar. By the end of this video, you'll see 12 of our progressions. If you'd like to see more of the micro progressions, you'll have to download our Movement Athlete app. And if you haven't already seen it, please check our video titled How to Perform the Perfect Kipping Muscle-up on Bar, where we break down different phases and the technique. In today's video, we'll be featuring a few of the prerequisites, some of the strength, skill, and endurance work that will help supplement the whole understanding and the learning of the muscle-up itself. We'll talk about technique, cues, range of motion, mechanics, and how to progress the muscle-up itself. Let's look at the 12 progressions of how to achieve the kipping muscle-up on bar. And at first, this will be more of a prerequisite as well as our first progression. So we need to understand how to make the two initial body shapes of the kipping swing, which are a hollow and an arch. So to do this, we'll first do it statically. Ideally, you would know how to do this on the floor, and we're bringing it to the bar. So let's check it out on the bar. We'll hop up. With this still Blake. Now, the first position is hollow. This is primarily done in the shoulder chest region of the body. Okay, this is the hollow shape. Now we're gonna do the arch shape. Okay, same idea. It's all happening from the chest, shoulder area. Okay, so let's go back to hollow. The legs are in front of the bar. The shoulders are a little bit under and behind the bar. And then for the arch, we got the chest in front of the bar and the feet behind the bar. Okay, let's relax. So can you make these first two shapes is your first question. Because if not, and they're angled, it's already going to be inefficient. So we're looking for the hollow and arch shape statically on the bar without angles. And what that would mean is a shoulder angle or a hip angle. So let's actually see what that looks like that we don't want to do. So let's take a shoulder angle first. Okay, here. Now let's try one with a hip angle. So it's more like an L sit. Okay. Now for the arch side, maybe we'll have some bending in the knees. Okay. We want to get rid of the angles. Things will be modified later, but when learning this, we suggest that you learn the two shapes with curves first. They will be tweaked later on, but this is what we're looking for in the initial phase of the hollow arch. When doing the hollow position, it should feel like you're actively pushing the bar slightly down and in front of you. And then when doing the arch, the opposite side, you're pushing the bar behind your head, opening the chest up. So that's what the tension and the push should feel like when doing them. Second progression is we'll take what we just performed with the static hollow positions and make it more dynamic by alternating between both shapes, hollow and arch, initiating that rhythm. So let's see what this looks like. So begin by hanging in the overgrip position, keep the core tight, the glutes tight, legs together, and we're alternating between the hollow and the arch. Again, it's really generated through the shoulders and chest. Okay, again, when learning this, we suggest you learn it with the curved shapes. Later on, this will be tweaked a little bit because in the kipping muscle-up, there is a phase where you need to learn how to push down the bar and create the shoulder angle. But when learning, curved shapes first, then we'll tweak it later and add that part in. Our third progression here is called the pull-up, push-away to 3 kip swings. So now we're going to be combining a pull-up with the kip swing itself for momentum. So we need to learn how to string the two of them together. So to do this, we'll first just do a pull-up, lower down in a slight hollow shape, and then get right back to the 3 kip swings. Pull up, and then we're getting right to the kip swings here. Fourth progression we'll be looking at is called the bar distance pull, which is similar to a front lever style push. And we're using this in between the kip swing and the bent arm pull phase because we need to make sure that the kipping muscle-up has this arc phase to it because it can't be completely vertical. It needs to go up and around the bar, and we'll be utilizing this to get the shoulders to go up and back. So to do this, we'll hop up in the straight body position. The goal is to get the shoulders to go both backwards and upwards when we do it. Okay, so this is part of skill work because this is adjusting the technique a little bit and focusing on a particular part of the pathway of the muscle up. So one of our categories in the app is strength, skill work, endurance, and those kinds of things. This falls under the skill work portion. Our fifth progression here will be kip swings with elevation. So we'll take our skill work from what we previously just did with the bar distance pulls, merge it with the kip swings, and try to put them both together by starting off with the normal hollow arch kip swing and then get the shoulders a little bit higher in the back each time. So initiating hollow arch, and then we'll start to make that shoulder angle in the back. You can notice how Blake is using momentum and creating that shoulder angle in the backside. That's the position we'll hit in between the normal kip swing and the bent arm pull phase. So that's another piece of skill work to focus on. Sixth up, we'll be looking at the kipping pull-up. So we'll be initiating from the hollow arch positions, the kip swings, and then adding a pull-up at the apex. So we still need to go through the elevation phase of a straight arm pull, then a bent arm pull. Let's take a look at what this looks like. So hopping up, starting the hollow arch swing, and then adding the pull-up at the top. So notice Blake is hitting that elevated piece where he's pushing down first, then does the bent arm phase, and then gets right back into the kip swings. Really quick, if you want to get started with calisthenics but are unsure of how to do so, I highly recommend trying our free calisthenics assessment. It will only take you 5 minutes to complete. You'll receive a detailed, personalized training program, complete with recommendations and workouts you can use right away. If you found these videos helpful, please click the like button below and leave any comments or questions you might have in the comment section below. See you next time.